The second thing about Pharisees, they love the seat of Moses. Don't be a Pharisee. Your concern is the seat of Moses. They want to be given special seat. Yeah, them I don't know. And they just sit down, no work, nothing. Nothing. And so don't be a Pharisee. The Bible says, as for the Pharisees, they always love the seat of Moses. Matthew 23:13. Don't be a Pharisee. Your focus, your interest is just to be respected, given titles, and you are this, you are that, you are that. You see, all those things, they don't matter. What matters is what you are doing for God. When we die and we are leaving this world, the Bible says our works will follow us, not our titles, not our seat, not the enconia you sat on. You can be a right reverend or a left reverend. By the time you get to heaven, an old lady who never brushes her teeth will be given a mansion, heavy mansion with angels bodyguard, and you will be thrown into outer darkness. You are interested in post, sit, and people are now fighting, even in the church, among ministers. People are now doing campaign, bribing their way to become leaders. Please, let us forget about all these things and just work, just serve God. Whatever they call you, it doesn't matter. Wherever they ask you to sit, no, it no matter. I went for a funeral one day. A senior pastor has lost his children, and in the heat of the morning, while people are mourning, some of the senior pastors that are come were offended because of where they placed them. Some said, "Why didn't you let me sit closer to the big man? Why did you put me 3 seats behind?" When a person has lost his children and is mourning, instead of mourning with him, you are still looking for seat. Please, we have gotten to an era that in the new year, forget about what title they call you. Just serve God and say, "Lord, I don't care. Whatever you call me, I don't care. Even if you like, go and look for a t-shirt and write at the back, Nyamekaya, and just work for God." I don't need any title. My title is Nyamekaya. We want seat too much. We want post too much, especially black people. Small church, small group that we are in, we will share posts. Then we are just sitting down. Nothing is being done. Only post. This one is assistant director. This one general secretary's brother, sister. This, that. We just share posts. All we want is posts. No work is done. Post. Don't be a Pharisee. Work. Put your hands on work. Just do whatever you can do and forget about whether they recognize it. Me, I'm going to do this. I'm not a board. Me, I'm going to do this. I'm not a leader. Me, I'm going to do this. I'm not an important person in the church. Listen, you think God is just sitting in heaven looking at only this little church? The whole world is under his coverage, and you don't know what people are doing elsewhere. You sit here until you get to heaven and they mention your name and you say you are from Canada. They will tell you somebody is from Dafiama. The person has won the overall award. With all your Canadian accent, they will push you out.